Welcome to the pharmacy in Benefis. This is obviously the entrance. Over here we have our kit check machine that we can run code trays and OR trays through that tag our medications, so it's a lot faster of a process. And over here is where we fill almost all of our IVs that go all over the hospital. And then we move into where we fill all of our kind of regular IVs, oral medications, and any IVs that are pre-made coming out of our carousel, which I'll just show you over here. So there's a couple different ways where we can grab our medications from. One is our carousel, which is basically, like it sounds, a carousel that has a lot of drawers and shelves that go around, and we can pull all of our meds out there. Or we have this nice fancy robot that pulls out quite a lot of our medications for us so that people don't have to go manually pick our medications. If we come around here, this is where all the pharmacists usually sit when they're in our central pharmacy.
Yeah, something like that.
We have 5 desks for our pharmacists to sit at and verify orders, answer the phones, do pharmacist stuff. We have eyesight into the IV room so that communication can occur between the techs and the pharmacists during IV preparation and mixing. And then,
Jeans, we had jacks, we had all this stuff.
I guess that way.
We always get
and this is our packing room where we pack a lot of our medications into unit dose form from our big giant bottles of medications that we get in from the manufacturer, so that they can easily go into our carousel and our robot for distribution throughout the pharmacy. So down this hallway is a lot of our administration. We have our pharmacy manager, our clinical coordinator, and our pharmacy director. Probably don't need to see the lunch. This area right here is our student area. We have 2 desks dedicated for pharmacy students that come through on rotation, and so they can prepare for DI discussions, questions, everything like that in their own space, away from the hustle and bustle of the pharmacy. And then our next office is where our residents call home. And there are 3 desks in here for all 3 residents that we have every year. And it gives them a private space to kind of do whatever they need to do during the day and have any discussions with preceptors that they have planned for their rotations. So we have 2 different types of IV rooms. One is our sterile chemo room. And we don't do a whole lot of chemo here. Usually our chemo center, our cancer center at Sletton, does most of our IVs. But we have the capability to do them if we need to. So our small side is dedicated to chemo. And then our big side is pretty much everything else that we do, which is all of our IVs that we make, any TPNs we have for our neonatal populations or our adult populations. And then we come back around to the pharmacist area, so they kind of sit in the middle of the pharmacy and run everything.
Sorry.